Hello, and welcome to the Daily Inferno News. Yes. Guys, hello, guys.
Hang on! I
Guys?
just need
Ryman?
to escape!
That was close. You almost got eaten by Inferno there. That was scary.
He pulled me in before we started. That was scary.
You need to stop carrying that shard of soulage with you, Jesus.
Bad news, guys. Bad news. Inferno cannot become your main, at least not online.
Oh, I missed that when I originally watched the trailer.
That's a very, very sad thing.
Also,
Oh yeah, I never noticed there's a naked lady there. What?
Yep.
There's seems to be quite a few.
Yeah, there seems to be a few people around.
Is this a plot line for Inferno? Like the only reason he's fighting is he's just trying to like defend his porn collection. That's it.
He's like, Geralt thinks he can get the most women. Watch me.
I mean, some people are very defensive of their porn collections.
That's the fighting style of thus under his control.
AKA, he's a mimic.
So that's Cassandra. Okay, gotcha.
I'll stop you!
Wow.
Sorry.
But yeah, I'm kind of surprised they made a trailer for the boss dude version of this game.
Same also because he's still a mimic. Like, he has a unique move.
Well,
but...
is he a mimic? I don't think it's a mimic.
Then what does that fighting style mean?
I think it's a lore thing because right now he's using like Nightmare's soul edge, so therefore he's using a style based on Nightmare.
Yeah. That's from Soul Calibur to recognize that move way too much.
That move looks crazy with that big sword.
Jesus
Christ.
People with early access to the game, they have uploaded normal gameplay footage of Inferno, and in that footage he just played like Nightmare looked like.
Hey, it's Keel Lake.
Yeah, that could do.
So he's in Super Saiyan mode without being super angry.
Yeah, it's nice. It's good. I wonder if that's gonna be like a costume you can unlock for him or something.
And I think that the fact that he has a bunch of unique moves means there's little to no chance he's a mimic.
True. It's just
It would be weird though, because those leaks were so correct about everything, but somehow not correct about Nightmare. I mean Inferno.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just like saw him fight once as Nightmare. They just thought, okay, yeah, he's probably a mimic.
That's very possible too.
The thing is, like, if you saw like the footage people have uploaded of Inferno, he looked a lot more like a Nightmare clone than here. Like you didn't see much of his unique moves.
Like this is nothing but unique moves, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I know that in one of the gameplay I saw, you probably already mentioned this actually, but my brain might have short-circuited, but like his critical edge is directly Nightmares.
Oh really?
Yeah, like the horse and everything, like that is unchanged.
I don't think I actually saw that. The thing is, like, I only skimmed through the footage all the people have uploaded of Inferno. I didn't look at it closely.
Channeling Yoshimitsu there.
Jesus Christ, he's already dead, Inferno. Why are you hurting my boys?
I guess he doesn't like you.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
Also, his fire is very pink.
Oh yeah, it's super pink. It actually is reminding me a bit of Soul Edge from Soul Blade. And that's the vibe I'm getting from him. Like the skull and the color of his fire. Like it really reminds me of a Soul Edge from that game.
I heard some people claim that he's got some moves from Night Terror in Soul Calibur 3. I can only barely remember that boss.
No.
I remember him being annoying, that's all I remember.
Night Terror was probably the most annoying boss I've ever fought in a Soul Calibur game because you couldn't bring him out either. Like he would just fly back up on stage if you tried to ring him out.
What I mean?
Yeah.
One thing I find a little bit funny is that in Soul Calibur 5, we had a lot of people complain that there were 3 Sword and Shield users in the game, Patroclus, Pyra, and Pyra Omega, and now we're gone to, instead of 3 Sword and Shield users, we got 3 like Great Sword users.
Yeah.
Liquid, Nightmare, and Inferno.
It's kind of weird.
But it's Inferno. He's supposed to. This is a very, very traditional fighting game boss in that he's just stupidly OP.
Yeah.
But explain why he's not playable online.
So speaking of an
God.
online thing, will PC players find ways to be
Yeah.
cheeky and actually
They
use him
will.
online?
They will, because Tekken 7 has some unique bosses, like it has Devil Kazuya, Devil Kazumi, Shinakuma, and people found a way to make them online playable in like no time.
Is that still a thing? Did Namco like patch the game and make it?
I don't think it's
impossible?
been patched out completely. I think it's still something that happens.
Huh.
So it has been lessened.
Because I don't think it would be fair to fight against Inferno. I think you'd
It
lose
wouldn't.
most likely.
Yep.
So, all right. So regarding the whole modding question, if the game like shipped with the de novo, like for copy protection, would that inhibit anything like that?
Most
I don't-
likely it won't matter at all. It didn't matter for Tekken 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
People crack that in no time.
I mean, you don't even need to crack it. Like, I don't think I've seen a single de novo game where it protects against modding any files for a game. Well, except for the executable, but you rarely need to mess with the executable for modding purposes.
Oh boy. Oh, I'm gonna stay away from rank patch for a long time then.
And also, when I've modded games with the de novo, like it doesn't seem to care that I do stuff with memory either.
Jesus.
I think Monster Hunter World is the one example where de novo was a little bit in the way, but even then, like it didn't really matter a whole lot. I think the big question is, will there be people making modding tools? If that's not the case, then I don't think we'll see too much modding activity again.
I hope they will, because I would love to see where modding could be taken with this game.
I want to quickly go back to something I said in the previous podcast. It is correction time.
Oh, do we have
Uh-oh.
corrections music?
Correction time. That's the correction music.
Okay.
So I
Perfect.
claimed in the previous podcast that Savita got one of Pyro Omega's moves, but no, she had that in Soccer before. I randomly went through her moves in Soccer before because I was curious. I also found a video of someone showing all her moves from Soul Calibur 6, and her moveset overall is actually stupidly similar to her moveset from Soccer before. There's only a couple of there aren't many big changes overall. I think maybe she's like 4 new moves in total. Otherwise, like 90% of her moves are from 4, which is not a bad thing. It's just that I thought she would be more different.
It's better than 5 that took moves away.
Oh yeah, they've definitely added a lot of moves back in 6, which I'm super okay with.
That's super nice. They finally do that again. I'm very angry.
Since we have Icewave here, do you have any other thoughts you wanted to say about the network testing?
Well, I did share my quick thoughts, but regarding what I played, it's like I agree with like the reversal edge. That mechanic was just weird for me. Didn't really know how it worked.
Yeah.
I feel like critical edges can be a little easy-ish to get away with. A little bit like Tekken 7's Rage Arts, but I would say it's at least nice that they don't have armor like Tekken 7's Rage Arts. Like
yeah.
Because if you throw it out like at a bad time, you are hit by it, and then your critical edge is just gone. But in Tekken 7, if you can just throw the Rage Art out there, and you're just armored,
Yeah,
no matter
forget
what.
about that mechanic.
Which I really dislike.
Yeah.
Because it feels like a very basically low risk but high reward.
Is it in Tekken 7? Is it possible for you to be under attack and it's always safe to just throw out a Rage Art because you know that the Rage Art will basically like power through the enemy's attack?
I would say 95% of the time you are gonna succeed if you do that.
That's a bit silly.
Like you'll take damage, but you'll also take less damage because you're armored.
So you're saying that every single character in Tekken 7 is Nightmare?
Pretty much. Oh yeah, speaking of Nightmare, goddamn, somebody nerf him.
I just need to understand him because he did things I just didn't understand. Like, he did this. He has some kind of revenge mechanic. I don't know how that works whatsoever, but
Neither do I.
and I felt like he just became a red bubble sometimes that somehow God impacted me.
Oh
and
yeah.
Then
Oh yeah, that's
I became sad.
I did that accidentally when I was fighting as him during the test, and I was like, wait, how did I do that?
I think it's like he has like a, I don't know if they removed it in 6 because I didn't get to play as him, but in 4 and 5 he has like this move where he like does a quick force field, and that usually puts him into the revenge form in that. So there's like specific moves that will put him into it. Maybe in 6 it's the soul charge, I don't know. Other than that, I thought the network test went, I could find a match. It was fun to play. I mean, the gameplay feels a lot sharper. It's a lot faster. There's a better pace going on. I mean, I think I'm gonna sound a little crazy and probably a little mean here, but I think the beta alone is more fun to play than 4 and 5 was.
Oh my.
Well, I'll at least half agree with that. I've seen a lot of hate for 4 online, but I don't know. Well, except for the netcode. I really enjoyed
4's
that
netcode
game.
was, that was
Like, the
bad.
netcode was absolutely atrocious. I'll definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Icewave got consumed by Inferno, so he won't be here for the rest of the podcast.
Ah,
Damn
Inferno! Inferno.
Okay, it's time for comparison time.
Oh, okay.
Don't have high hopes.
Okay.
Inferno,
Right.
Soul Calibur 1.
Fire.
Inferno, Soul Calibur 6.
What? That's it?
Yeah, that's that's it.
But he was in 2.
Yes, and
They'd released no artwork for him?
I did a very quick search through the stuff I had on online, and I couldn't find any like artwork for him, and I was too lazy to take screenshots. So I mean, it's Inferno. Do people care that much? I don't know. I mean, he's fire. He's a boss.
Yeah. I mean, I remember him briefly from Soul Calibur 1 because I didn't play much Soul Calibur 1, and I remember him a lot in Soul Calibur 2 because he was the boss of the arcade mode and the Weapon Master mode.
There's a lot of negative people behind him.
I think how it worked is that Inferno was the boss of like the final main mission of Weapon Master mode, and if you beat him, you got like your character's soul edge weapon.
In solo, since I played the mod, I can't remember.
I think that's how it worked.
I think he technically was the boss of Soul Edge as well. It's just that he looked kind of similar to Cervantes in that game. And I'm sure he used Cervantes' moveset as well.
And of course, in the real-time in-engine intro for Soul Calibur 1 on the Dreamcast, Inferno shows off the amazing particle effects of the Dreamcast. Oh yes.
So, any other thoughts about Inferno? You like the change from red fire to pink fire?
Not particularly, no. I think it makes him look like less hot, like less fiery. Whereas yeah.
Do you think there's any chance whatsoever they'll announce any other characters now? I'll answer for you. No! They announced the boss of the game. I feel like that's a hint that they're very much running out of characters to announce. And also, well, I mean, we kind of know the full roster for the game now. Yeah. I think there's no chance like Lizardman or Huang are part of the roster.
Yeah, even them like releasing a video for Inferno was kind of an unexpected surprise.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. They did do that with I want to say they did that with Algol in Soul Calibur 4, but then again, Algol was more. Algol is kind of like Aswell. Like, he is a boss, but he's also designed to be a normal, balanced character. Like, having a character trailer for something like this is weird. It would be like having a character trailer for Night Terror in Soul Calibur 3. Like, it just would be weird and out of place. But yeah, I think they only did this because they don't have that many characters to show.
At least not ones that are not part of the season pass.
And speaking of which,
Oh, right.
I want to have one final look at this.
I'm glad you brought this version of the screen.
It is the best version. So these are the characters we know of. Garfield being as well. Like the
Right.
select screen doesn't look exactly like this, but it has these characters. So season pass. Tara is one character of the season pass that is known. So then that leaves 3 slots.
Yep.
And it could be one of these characters. I did not include all the characters from 5 because, 5.
Yes.
So I'm gonna quickly just show my theory, what I think is most likely to happen with season pass.
Right.
First of all,
You?
yes, it's been heavily implied that there will be a guest character released after the launch of the game, so I think a guest character will be part of this season. I think that's super likely. And that
Okay.
leaves 2 more slots. I think slot 1 is very likely to be either Yun Sung or Huang. One of those 2.
Okay.
Might as well just put them sharing the same slot. I think one of those 2 is very, very likely.
Right.
I think this one is like the biggest question mark.
Well,
I think
go on,
Setsuka-
Sectus.
I think Setsuka has an okay chance. Like she's a fairly popular character. She wasn't. She's kind of been in every Soul Calibur game since 3. She wasn't. She was kind of in 5. Like her moveset was in 5. Her as a character wasn't in 5, but her moveset was in that game.
Damn it, Namco. What are you doing?
I think she has an okay chance. I also think Hilda has an okay chance. She was in 4 and 5. She's a fairly popular character. She has a unique moveset. These are also both waifus. I kind of feel like that's... Like, I kind of feel like this Namco marketing team could say, yeah, waifus more likely to sell than other characters. I also think she has an okay chance. I think Cassandra has an okay chance because she's a popular character. I think
There it is.
I think her chances are a little bit lower because visually she's similar to Sophia, but she's still a very popular character. So I think these 3 are the most likely to be in that slot. And then beyond that, I would probably say like Amy, Lizard Man, maybe Viola, probably these 3, and then the rest I think have basically no chance of being.
Okay then.
Based on what Bergman said, like he heavily implied like the season pass would have Huang and Lizard Man. I kind of feel like that's something he could easily be wrong, but it just seems Lizard Man just seems to be a very bad character to have in season pass because I don't think he would sell that well.
Yeah, no, I mean, because, I mean, at that point, that makes it look like they just add him as a season pass character because, like, a lot of his data is, like, already in the base game from what we've seen from the story mode stuff.
The thing is, like, the Lizard Man we have in the game is based on Soul Calibur 1, which is just such a bizarre situation, and I feel like it is unlikely they would add Soul Calibur 1 Lizard Man and also Soul Calibur 4 or 5 Lizard Man into the game. I feel like they would probably just have one of those rather than both. But, well, we'll see. Maybe there's a chance they'll add Lizard Man. I think that would be weird of them. Like, they need characters which would sell. Like, I would say the same thing about Huang and Yun Sung. I think one of those would be better to be part of the base roster with someone else as DLC. But, like, this is just such a huge missing star that I feel like they have a really good chance, like, one of these to be in the season pass.
Yeah, completely unrepresented style.
It would be a lot better if there were, like, I don't know, 5 more characters in the season pass. Because then I think we would definitely get 5 of these. Do you have your own theory as to what we can expect from the season pass thing?
No, I just want Cassandra to go on them so you'll be happy.
Well, we shall see what happens, I guess. The game is out in only 2 weeks now.
Yeah. Madness.
They still haven't announced any other season pass characters, which makes me worried that this is something which will happen in the long run rather soon. I still find it really weird that you can buy a season pass without knowing what's actually in it. Well, except for no tiers in it.
Well, when the season pass concept was like first introduced, like during the last generation of consoles, I think that was actually kind of par for the course.
It's just so weird. Give us money, but we won't tell you what's in it. You might hate all the content.
And that is why people generally don't like season passes all that much.
I mean, if I recall, like early season passes, they didn't even like specify the quantity of content. I can remember games which had season passes, and then there would be later DLC which was not part of the season pass. It's, I guess, on the bright side compared to that, at least we know like what's in the season pass quantity-wise. We know it has 4 characters, specifically that. Oh, and also those creation items.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. The whole reason the season pass concept exists is because it's like a higher business type in a games company thought, what if we could make people pre-order DLC? That sounds juicy.
Aye. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say for this podcast about Inferno. I don't have a lot to say about Inferno. He's a fire dude.
Yeah, he's a fiery man, and well, in 6 he's got a bit of a skeletal motif going on as well.
In doodles. I guess we'll see people for the next podcasting.
Yes, whatever that will be.
Yes. Bye.
Bye. Big stab.